we're going to talk about some advanced uses of the songs and how I've been able to find ways to use different techniques with the songs. It's very interesting, and what it has done is it has amplified, accelerated the results of just what the songs can do. But first I want to tell you how these songs are created. I use, as Kumar has mentioned, songs have very powerful vibrations, and you can adjust them. There's different frequencies you can use. Songs can affect you on an emotional level. But what I am going to talk a little bit more about is the lyrics, the words of the songs, because the words also have a powerful frequency. And it's the words of several songs that affected my life personally. So let me back up. Let me go back to the beginning of the story. 1995. I had a problem. We all have problems, right? And we look for solutions to those problems. And some of those problems, we go over and over. They continue for a long time. Has anyone had any of those problems? They like cycle, and like, okay, I've been through that again, right? Well, the problem I had was I was trying to find a wife. Now, because I was in the U.S., I didn't have the luxury of having my parents arrange my marriage for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had that problem. But for me, because I was dating and I was going out with girls, and either they didn't like me or I didn't like them. And one thing led to another, and I decided that this is going on for a long time. I was dating for like 5 years, and I should be married by now. Statistically, in math, if you do the math, if you date over 100 different girls, statistically one should say yes, right? Because I literally counted them one day, and there were literally over 100. So I'm like, there's a problem going on in here. What's happening? So what happened? So I did a meditation, and I asked myself, okay, what's my problem? And it came to me in my meditation. A thought came into my mind. It's too hard to fall in love. It's too hard to fall in love. That was the belief that was going on in my head. And when that came to me, I immediately thought of the song, It's So Easy to Fall in Love. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard that song, because it's an American song, and it's kind of an oldie in the 50s or 60s, but it's by Linda Ronstadt. It goes, it's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to... Anyone recognize that song? No, probably not. But it's an old song, and I remembered it, and I thought, wait, that song has the lyrics, the exact lyrics that I need to reprogram that false belief. Because would you agree that that was a false belief? It's too hard to fall in love? Yes? Why would I hold on to that belief? It's a false belief. So I had the exact words in that song, it's so easy to fall in love. So I just went and bought the song, and I played it over and over again. Well, guess what happened? 2 weeks later, I had a girlfriend, and it was like effortless. It was like, what in the heck just happened here? It was like this girl showed up, went out, and I found out she liked me, and I'm like, okay, let's go out. And I was like, that was magical almost. I just listened to the song, and it had the right words, what I needed to hear. And I had this girlfriend. So I started dating this girl, and we got to this point where I had to make the big decision, are we going to go forward with marriage, or are we going to do something else, or part ways? And I decided I actually did not want to marry her. And we broke up. And you're thinking, oh, that's not the story we're expecting. But that's what happened. And so I thought, oh, this song thing, I thought it worked, but it really didn't work. It didn't work. I didn't get married, right? So I go a few more months. I thought, got tired of the dating scene again. And I decided, I'm going to try that song thing again. I'm going to listen to that song. It's so easy to fall in love. So I did. A couple weeks later, some other girl shows up. just like magic, this my sister's friend, and I go out on a date, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, I'm seeing the same pattern happen again. The song is working again. But again, I had to make that decision. Do I want to do anything? Is this my eternal partner? And I realized I did not. And so then I had an idea. I realized something very, very important. And that is the words of the song were this: it's so easy to fall in love. There was nothing about marriage in the song. Was it easy to fall in love? Yes. It worked exactly like the lyrics of the song said. So then I go, oh. So I need a song that talks about marriage, right? I need to have both. It needs to be easy, but then I need to have like the ultimate outcome that I want, right? So then I combined it with another song about family. So I had two songs playing. These weren't songs I wrote, these are just existing songs. A couple months later, I moved into this other apartment building. I met this girl. We got married 8 months later. So, it works. I can tell you that the power of the words of the song actually can change your life. Now, let me show you a picture. So this is our family. We have 8 kids. 8 kids, yeah. We've been busy. So I didn't think of using songs for like accomplishing goals during all those years until I had the second experience. The second experience was in 2013 when I was trying to go to on a trip to an island down in Panama. I had this dream to go to this remote island and visit it, and I don't know why. I just like adventure. I guess that's why I'm here in India right now, is because I like adventure. And so at the time, it was kind of a big deal for me because it's kind of expensive to raise a big family, right? You know, it's a lot of money, and then to go out and travel, it was a big goal of mine. So I found a program that I could put on my computer that had words, like these mantras and lyrics, special words, positive statements, and pictures of what I wanted to achieve. And then you put a song to it, and you played it on your computer in the background on a very low volume, so you can still work it. And so I had a lot of different goals. And the song I chose for that was called I'm on Top of the World. And I don't know if anyone's heard that, because it's also an old song in the US, but it goes like this. I'm on top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find. Does that sound familiar to you? No, probably not. In the US it was kind of popular. But it was a very beautiful song. It had the right melody, tune for what I wanted to accomplish, which was to go to that island. So I focused on this, and I watched that screen, and I played that song over and over again. And I was able to go on that trip down to Panama and see this island. That was really important to me. And that was an amazing experience. But the real magic happened when I came back from the trip. Because I had a friend who had an interest in going to a place close to the North Pole. There's an island. Do you all know where Greenland is? Greenland? It's very high, close in the Arctic. There's an island parallel with the top of Greenland called Svalbard, and it's part of Norway. So a lot of people haven't heard of it, but it's as far north as you can fly in an airplane. My friend had an interest in going to Svalbard, and he asked me if I wanted to go, and we got to talking because I like adventures. I said, sure, I'm in. And 2 months after we went to after I went to Panama, this whole trip came together to go to the Arctic Circle, to Svalbard, the farthest place north that you can go. I mean, you can go to the North Pole, but they don't have any hotels there, so it's a Svalbard. Everything came together. We had the money, we had everything, and we went up on this trip, and we stayed there 4 nights. On the 4th night, a thought came into my head. I said, you know what's really interesting is for the last 4 to 5 months, I've been playing this song. I'm on top of the world, looking down on creation. I played that song over and over and over again to do that Panama trip. Guess where I was? On the top of the world. Svalbard was pretty much the top of the world. I was literally on top of the world, and I played that song, I'm on top of the world. I had programmed my mind with the lyrics of that song because I repeated it. Now, music can inspire you. If you listen to the song 1 time, if you listen to it 2 times, it will get you in a good mood. But if you continue to repeat it many times, it's going to change your belief system. And it's because there's 2 parts of your mind. There's this, what are the 2, anyone know what the 2 parts of your mind are? Your subconscious. Subconscious mind, yeah. And your conscious mind. Get? Yes, one is logical, that's one, the conscious mind. And the other is like where all the other stuff is stored, like the subconscious mind. It's like patterns when you're growing up as a child, your parent tells you you're good or you're bad, and you think it stays in the back of your mind. So you got the front part. Guess which one is more powerful? Subconscious, that's right. So if you can program your subconscious, they've said that subconscious mind is will determine about 95% of your actions. So your thinking mind, okay, I'm going to walk to the store, that's your conscious mind, that's 5%. The 95% of all the actions you take are from subconscious mind. So if you can control the subconscious mind, you can program the back part of your brain, you're going to have real power, because when we get stuck in problems, it's because we're just using our conscious mind. And the conscious mind is here, it's saying, I want a better job, I want to make more money. And your subconscious mind is saying, you're not good enough. Has anyone ever had any of those thoughts in their head before? You're not good enough, you're not smart enough. Yes? Yeah, it comes in your mind. It's hard to change that. It's because your subconscious mind is more powerful. And so you can use music. That's my message, is you can use music to change the subconscious part of the mind. And what I realized when I was at Svalbard, up in the Arctic Circle, it was this light bulb moment for me, and it was this. It was that I can accomplish anything if I put what I want in the lyrics of the song. It was so powerful to me that I came back and I knew that I had to be a songwriter. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I can do karaoke. Do you guys do karaoke here in India? Yeah. You take a karaoke song, you can change the lyrics, and so I started doing that. I started changing words, and I started doing it for other people. There was this friend I had, this lady who, her son had died, like 6 months before. She was going through a really, really hard time. And I wrote a song called I Can Feel the Peacefulness. And it talked about her specific situation and how she could move forward. Because she's like, she didn't want to do anything. She just wanted to sit in her house and lay in bed. Because she was so sad about her son, her 19-year-old son, passing from cancer. I played the song. I had someone sing it, and I worked on the lyrics with her, and within 2 days, she sent me an email. She said, Richard, I can move forward now. Now that is the power of music. That is how music can change your life. Because you use the positive energies, you do all those things, but you also combine it with very positive words. So what I do is I take affirmations, I take these positive statements, and I put them into songs. I had done like 10 to 15 karaoke songs, and I met with an attorney, and he said, I'm sorry, you can't do that anymore. I'm like, what? He said, you're going to get into copyright violations. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm either going to have to stop this whole thing, or I'm going to have to take it to another level. A level that I wasn't comfortable with. It was a level that meant that I had to write my own songs. And in fact, my first thought was, I will hire someone to come up with lyrics and melodies. But then I had a song come to me, and it's called Today is the Best. The idea behind it is that too often we're stuck in the past. We worry about what's happened, and then too often we're stuck in the future. We worry about what's going to happen. We forget about today. And the idea behind the song is that today really is the best day of our life. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. Today is the best day. It's because it's the day you can take action on something. It's a day you can make a change. You can't take action tomorrow. You can't take action yesterday. It's already happened. You gotta live with it. Whatever's happened has happened. So that was the idea for the song. The melody came to me, but let's go with it. Let's see if I can do it. So I'd like to play that song right now, and then I would like for everyone to join in on the chorus line. It goes, well, I'll just play it and I'll sing it with you. So,
Music play tomorrow.